Greetings and happy Halloween. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
Pugs Dread.
Howdy. Namaste.
And tonight we kick off October 2025 with style with the Massacre series. Roger Corman's staple, and I am very excited. I am a fanboy, and I'm going to fanboy out tonight.
And there's not really an official title. I mean, sometimes it's Roger Corman's Massacre series. New Horizons Massacre series also works. There's no like definitive name. I think we're going to be the ones to give it to. So
it's a complex and sometimes confusing history with these series.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of stock footage too. So it is a
yeah, it's like they're connected, but this doesn't quite make sense. But we'll try and make as much sense.
Yes, Roger Corman's Massacre Collection was the banner they were under for the New Horizons releases. So
yes, I can imagine, and even my early memories is that it was a little confusing back in the day watching these, trying to figure like, well, wait a minute, was Russ Thorn? How does that make sense?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Dan.
Yeah.
You're going to confuse us before we even start.
Yes. But anyways, I am serious. Like these are my happy place involves Slumber Party Massacre. If I'm feeling down, I will put on any one of these movies pretty much, and I will be just bad mood goes away. What's there not to love? Power drills, big
Guitars,
busty women,
boobies,
rockabilly villains, and all of this crazy shit that we get in this series is just insane. And I'm
you got a cheerleader kink that comes into play. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. And
I'm not going to do this with Dan, man.
it gets pretty wild.
That's the scariest thing this Halloween season.
So yeah, we'll talk about some of our favorite movies. We'll rank them. We'll tell you all about them. Yeah, I guess before we get deep into it, any of you tonight, and I know this answer with you, Todd, but wasn't a first time watch for anything, was it, Pugs?
Hard to Die was the first time watch for me.
Okay.
Ooh, well, when we get to that, that'll be interesting then.
Well, you go first all the time, so because like I did
Dan will be going first on all of these. He will have notes.
His series,
He has been on top of this one for probably about a year and a half. Like, we got to do it. We finally made it happen.
Pumping away, and without further ado,
my Leo Rossi will kick and cheer you on, dude.
The power drills a penis. All right, so our first film, the one that kicked it all off, from 1982, and director Amy Holden Jones, Slumber Party Massacre. And in this film, a female high school student's slumber party turns into a bloodbath as a newly escaped psychotic serial killer named Russ Thorn comes calling, wielding a power drill, and prowls through her neighborhood. All right, so this Slumber Party Massacre, I mean, with a title like that, how could you resist?
Beautiful artwork. That drill has no symbolic meaning at all.
At all.
Definitely
matched up titties, fucking looking like pillows.
It is definitely not a penis.
Well, no, that's because they moved it, because originally it was straight down.
I would go as far to say, in terms of iconic poster art for horror films, this has got to be in the top 10. At least for me, it's one of the first things I think of if somebody says iconic horror artwork. Slumber Party Massacre is up there. I mean, it's just like, it calls to me for obvious reasons. And so this movie, believe it or not, has a strange genesis. It was initially written as a slasher parody by feminist author Rita Mae Brown. And obviously producers altered the script significantly. The initial script title was Don't Open the Door. And the what would become the director, Amy Holden, she had kind of just didn't find the script particularly funny, but she and her husband Michael Chapman, the cinematographer, they rented some equipment and filmed the first few scenes after getting this script from Roger Corman, and they filmed with actors from UCLA just for $1,000. And she ended up getting the job to direct this when she showed Roger Corman the results, and he loved it. He was just absolutely shocked that she was able to make this happen.
And it should be noted, she didn't know that this was the job she was going to get. She used the script as a reason to show Roger she could execute what it was
for little money.
And then she
Spoke
was
his language.
told, then she was told, well, no, you get to finish this now, basically.
Yeah, I love it. Like, this is what you're gonna do. But Amy Holden Jones, like, credit, because you would not expect this movie to come from a female director, and that was always a theme.
Maybe back in that day.
Well, the Slumber Party Massacre movies always had the female writer, female director. I mean, that was not particularly common. I mean, we had Roberta Findlay doing stuff in the horror genre, but that was a rarity at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not just all three. Even the remake is all 4 women directors.
Yes, they've kind of kept that tradition going, and
we can do it too.
This one, it's Amy's sacrifice, because she turned down the job of editing E.T. to direct this movie. So I love Slumber Party Massacre a lot more than I love E.T., but I'm sure that's something that might maybe haunts her a little bit. But
hey, she did Mystic Pizza, Beethoven, Indecent Proposal. She wrote all
she's
3.
okay.
So
wrote, yeah. This movie is just, I think, honestly, one of the most iconic killers. Michael Villela, who plays Russ Thorne, R.I.P., passed not too long ago. So creepy. I love you. The way he delivers these lines was perfect. I know.
No mask. No mask.
Yeah, no mask.
Didn't need it.
Just a Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
Didn't need it at all. He's scary as shit. Like, I think he prepped for his role by just reading Helter Skelter and just really going deep into it, probably making a lot of the ladies very uncomfortable on set, not eating with them. And yeah, this movie is pure perfection. I mean, we early on when we get in my opinion, and when it comes to shower scenes, there's a lot of them, but to me, the most iconic shower scene ever, the beautiful Brink Stevens. I will
say, I think this is, because I'm not a huge Brink guy. This is her most beautiful.
Oh,
I do. Yeah, I will give you that on this one. I see why you fell in love with her, Dan.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I was so in love with her. I was such a dork. I mean, I've met her a few times, but I couldn't get like 2 words out to even have a conversation. And she's a really nice lady, but holy shit.
But you're holding up my line, kid.
Yeah. Dude, I was probably just, I can't even say it. Yeah, hypnotized.
We know what you were doing, Dan. Come on, keep it clean.
My hands were up here the whole time.
You're still trying.
I think this one's very underrated. I think it's a very good slasher movie. It's not just a sleaze fest like I think some people like to make it out to be. Again, very creepy killer, tons of eye candy. I thought all of the women in this I thought were really, really good. You know, there's bigger horror franchises as far as Friday the 13th and so on, but I would put this cast of ladies up against just about anybody. I think Michelle Michaels as Trish is awesome. The late Robin Still as Valerie, who sadly took her life in 1996. She was so good. A lot of people know her also from Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bolorama and many great things. American Ninja 4. I watch it and it's kind of sad to think that she died so young, but her memory lives on in this. It's so good. And there's a lot of also kind of a tradition through some of the other movies. We get some cameos. The Pizza Boy was played by Aaron Lipstadt, and if you don't recognize that name, he directed a very popular Corman title the same year called Android, with the great Klaus Kinski. Or
I don't know if we want to call him great. We're not running around calling Diddy great.
I'm
Calm it
calling
down
him
there.
great.
the infamous Klaus Kinski.
But all that baby oil helped him out.
Ooh, okay. Well, what do you guys think about this? I will keep going forever, but where does this stand for you guys?
Well, it's not in my top 10, but top 30, I would say sure, because this is a good time, man. Well, there's a lot of fucking movies out there, Mr. Dan. No, but it hits all the marks of a slasher. Like, the only parody I can see that like survived are the jokes, and they land for me. Yeah, girls are pretty, kills are bloody. Russ is gross, but like in a perv, like weirdo type of way. So it just works.
Not in a Dan type of way is what you're saying. Not a Dan way.
Overt. Yeah, it's just it's badass. And then also you get the drills. Like, it's fucking. What more do you need? Yeah, it's good. I think I said the runtime is awesome. Like, I like the runtime. It's brisk.
Yeah, well, Corman movies tend to be like that, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, this one is I have no complaints about it. It is a fun film. You know, it hits like, I mean, you could say it's a typical slasher, but I mean, it's just so good. It's what it knows what it is. It executes it perfectly, and it is an entertaining time. This is like if you rented this from the video store and had your friends over, this was a good time back in the day.
I think it still is. It's aged perfectly. I mean,
real quick, Dan, because even like I remember the first time I watched this, I was like, this feels like Halloween. Like it has that familiar path, and it hits every mark. Go ahead, Dan.
If you saw Laurie Strode soaping up her ass,
this is what Halloween was missing for some of us.
Now, that would have actually been a funny scene with Michael Myers, just like deep in. But yeah, I mean, just some of the gore in here. I thought, like, when Diana goes to kiss her boyfriend and the head falls off, and I mean, this one. With this series in general, as I think you'll find as we go along, sometimes it was like you'd get a little more sleaze and it'd be light on the gore. This kind of does both. I mean, and I don't even know if sleaze is the word exactly. I mean, there's a lot of eye candy and nudity, but I mean, again, I love this movie so much. I've never popped it on and thought, you know what, that's nostalgia. This isn't quite the level that it was for you as a kid. This is still very much at the top of my list. And oh my God, I to this day, as the famous Jim Jones once said, shut up and drink your Kool-Aid. Like, I still laugh at this one. And the guy whose name always escapes me, but the Hochstatter.com fan site, which is one of the best, and
Yeah.
pops up in a lot of the documentary footage. Apologies, because he probably watched this and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but that's how I felt when I saw this. I mean, I watched this, might be one of those movies
Did you cry when you got the VHS tape too? Was that him or was that the other? Because there's a couple super fans on this one. I can't remember if it's him or the other one.
I want to say that the guy that runs Hochstatter is the same kid.
Because I love that footage because that's in the
Yeah.
documentary. The excitement he has when he
Yeah.
opens up his VHS tape of Slumber Party Massacre. It's a great thing.
And then his parents saw him watching the shower scene and took it away for the
Okay,
next
Dan, you're starting to put your experience onto his. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't ruin his joy, man.
But yeah, and the stuff that Michael Villela did, I mean, he kind of did his movements almost like a peacock, is how he sort of modeled his character. And I really do. I think as far as the great on-screen killers go, I think he's up there. And this one, what else could you want out of a slasher movie? Great characters, great eye candy, great gore, and an awesome killer. This is a top-level slasher as far as I'm concerned. And the comedy, I mean, when Courtney opens the fridge and Kim is just almost falling out, I mean, it's still very much a comedy, but I don't think it loses its impact when it comes to the kills and the killer and the creep factor. So classic. I love it.
All right. Well, are we going to just rate it?
Might as well, and there's not going to be much.
I know. I don't know what Dan could give it.
I am 5 stars. This movie is perfect.
All right. Pugs?
I have no problem giving this movie a 5. It is entertaining every time I watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm on the boat. Like it kicked it off. I can't not give it a 5 also. It's just a good time.
Mm-hmm. Not all of them will be 5s for me. I don't know
Yeah.
about Dan, but
Well, yeah. This is true.
And rest in peace, Robin, still, because I think, again, probably didn't reach her full potential in acting, but a lot of great memories. Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama is a lot of fun. And yeah, R.I.P. That's tragic. So 5 stars. And I guess we should say we're kind of going in release order tonight. So be kind of jumping around that way. On to our next film. From 1986, we have Sorority House Massacre. And in Sorority House Massacre, of course, I'm dropping my Blu-rays.
it's all right. Todd hasn't.
Todd's got it.
I got 4Ks. I got DVDs. I no longer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got Blu-rays in here too. But
I've got a big freaking stack of notes too for
Okay.
me on this. So, but yeah, Sorority House Massacre. In this film from director Carol Frank, 1986. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. And in this, when Beth comes to visit her friends at a sorority, she gets a strange feeling from the house. It seems hauntingly familiar. The girls just want to have fun, but Beth suffers from nightmares of a knife-wielding killer. Little does she know, a dangerous psycho has just escaped from the mental ward and is heading straight for them. The girls' night of fun quickly becomes a nightmare of terror as the killer stalks them one by one. All right, so Sorority House Massacre. So truth be told, with this one, I've never been the biggest fan. In fact, every time I've revisited this throughout the years, I was always a little bit let down. Like it's I keep expecting it to be better than what it is. I will say my opinion has changed somewhat on this viewing. It's very, very different from Slumber Party Massacre, but we haven't fully established what this franchise is at this point too. So you got to remember, for someone like me, I had most of these movies all together, so at least to a point. So, this one just is a little disappointing to me because it's different, but I'll get to that.
And also continuing the tradition of having a woman director carried over from the last film.
Yes.
Doesn't stick that way, but we start out that way.
We do start out that way, and yeah. So in this film, a little bit of background. The lead actress, Angela O'Neill, she, and I don't have as much background on this movie in comparison, but she is recognizable. She was also an actress in Albert Pyun's Vicious Lips. She was in Alienation, Grandmother's House, which is a really good movie. But she went on to find fame behind the camera in the art department. She, to this day, I mean, she's working on huge films, but she did Apollo 13, A Few Good Men, American Beauty, a Pug's Dread favorite, and even now she was in the art department for Barbie, Aquaman, and The Lost Kingdom. So she's a big deal in her field, and the director of this, Carol Frank, she was the assistant director on Slumber Party Massacre. So that's obviously how she got the job. If one actor in particular might look a little familiar here at Flesh Wound in particular, Vinny Bilancio, he played in this one John. But if he looks familiar, it's because he worked in a Flesh Wound favorite, Werewolf in a Women's Prison, starring Victoria DeMar, of course, a valet for Guy Cool and UEW. So he got a little bit of a connection. Not a household name, but this guy has made a lot of great movies for Jeff Leroy, Ron Ford. He did Bio Slime, Rat Scratch Fever. He was also in Killjoy Goes to Hell.
Also with Victoria DeMar, Batty Boop, her most famous role.
Yep, Blood Gnome. This guy's got a very cool B movie slate of films that I know for this show we're very fond of. Now, this is one of these movies, and there's different versions of it, but Angela O'Neill actually refused to do nudity. It's unclear. I think from her point of view, it wasn't in the script. From others, it was. And when they kind of pushed her, she threatened to walk off set, so they kind of caved to it. This movie takes itself very, very seriously. And for what it is, I don't think that it's bad. It's just, again, we only had one Slumber Party Massacre, and it wasn't a franchise yet. So you can't really fault it too much for having a more serious tone.
It's not good, Dan. It's not good.
No, but it's not as bad as my memory. I'll be honest. I watched it this time, and
still not good.
I don't disagree. I was a little more into it than I was before. Very simple kills, but they work. It's more similar to Halloween, or it's even got some, again, not saying it's that good, but Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. More so than it ties.
No, we'll get to Nightmare on Elm Street vibes in our next movie, Dan. Not this.
Yeah, but
I have to agree with him though. Like the dream thing. Yeah. There's some shots that are like, oh, this is directly, but anyway.
I think Angela O'Neill is one of the issues. She's not bad. I thought she was a little too restrained as Beth, and for that reason, a little less memorable. But yeah. And I mean, there's some solid actors in this. Nicole Rio, pardon me. She's actually very good. I think she would have been better maybe in the lead role. Better
haircut would have went a long way too. But
yeah. She had to pass on Pumpkinhead, the lead in that at one point.
But all bullets.
But yeah, there's not much more in the way of history.
I like Pumpkinhead better than this, I think.
Well, I can't go with you, buddy.
I don't know.
Pumpkinhead.
It's no Pumpkinhead 2. I'll give you that.
We'll have that
The
debate.
greatest Pumpkinhead film ever. Maybe,
Bullshit artist, but we'll save it. What do you guys think of Sorority House Massacre?
Well, I already said what I think.
No love at all?
It's not good. It had great special features on the new 4K release.
There you go.
They were very
Hey.
good. Yeah, I'm not. It's not good. They tried to execute some things that they didn't, weren't able to pull off. I get it though, because it's like I think I'm gonna like it, then I watch and I remember, it's not good. It's just not.
Is it because the girls are less slutty? Because I have heard like a lot of women that like this one because they think the girls come off more like actual friends.
Which is funny because in the other one, didn't they like punch up the dialogue so it's like more women friendly too? But anyway, I don't know. It's just never connected, and I don't. I saw this one, I was probably like 11 when I saw it, 12 maybe, because it wasn't too far after the home video release.
Mhm.
So, but I always think I'm going to like it more. It's one of those. Then I watched it, I'm like, it's not very good.
Well, I'm actually on the same boat, except I think I like it a little more than you. Because I think it's made better than the story it's telling. Because it's lifting from Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. There's a shot where homeboy comes for the neck and it's over here and she's in the corner. I was like, this, I've seen this several times. This is shot well. Yeah, it's just like the characters. Yeah, I don't know if it's a slutty thing, but they are more stuck up than the other chicks, and I want to hang out with them. And these girls, I'm like, you should kill them harder. But okay.
It's not boob free though. I mean, it does have their little dancing montage, and there's a little bit of boobs. So,
didn't they get one girl to get her top off? Wasn't that?
Yeah. Well, but no, more than one. It just Beth, obviously, because Angela was not down to do nudities. My guess is that it probably was in the script.
It has to be. It had to be.
I would imagine it was a case of not thinking it was.
To be honest, though, isn't it kind of weird to have normally you don't want your lead to be the one to do nudity if you're doing a slasher.
You just never know with that. I mean,
we saw Nancy's boobs in Nightmare on Elm Street in the tub. Yeah.
No, we don't.
Am I putting the nipples there?
Yes. 100%.
You know what? All right, whatever.
Do a nipple check, Bugs.
Yeah.
I could have sworn.
No, there you don't get any nips. You do get some underwater. You do, but that's
areola.
But you get some.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, you couldn't even really see that till the Blu-ray. Like it's always been so dark. They probably went a little too light on that transfer because you're only supposed to see shadows. But even that I wouldn't count as like, yeah.
Well, it's staying in my brain where I put it there either way.
I always like, as far as the boobs go in this, like I'm like, okay, well there are some. I mean, we get some tits in the TV.
If you have to say there are some, you're just reaching. I'm just saying.
But there are tits in the TV.
And we've seen him reach for those.
Let's see when we get to that section of this program how often this movie gets brought up for its boobs.
That is true. That is true. But I'm not a defender of this movie still. I just, looking at it now for what it is, I think it is forgettable, but not awful. I think my young brain.
I've said it quite a few times, but it's not good. That's the problem.
We agree. It has its moments, though.
I wish it was better, but it'll be reflected in my ranking of the series.
Okay. Well, what do you guys rate this one?
I'll go last.
I'll go. I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. With, depending on your mood, it can go down a half point or a whole point. So it just depends.
I liked it more this time than I ever have before. I'm a 2.5. I think it's just a very average movie.
I think you guys are a little high, but I'm a 1.5. So
Remember though, I said depending on my mood.
This is true. You did.
Again, it's we haven't established fully what the series, and again, it's not even a series yet. This is, different movie at this point, so there's nothing to connect it. And I tried.
But you know what, Dan? The whole establishing the series thing. You can say it all you want, but you're about to be like, well, then what the fuck happens here, Dan? The series has been established, and this doesn't.
We're about to establish.
Yeah.
So from 1987 and writer-director Deborah Brock, we have Slumber Party Massacre 2. And in this film, Courtney Bates, the younger sister of Valerie, and her friends go to a condo for a weekend getaway, but Courtney can't get rid of the haunting feeling that a supernatural rockabilly driller killer is coming to murder them all. That's always not pleasant when the rockabilly comes to kill you.
Look at that gnarly guitar, though.
And then you're annoyed because he didn't bring Little Caesars with him, too.
Yes, I'm going to get to that. Before we do, I just wanted to say, because I didn't really talk about her too much in the first film.
I didn't cover. There it is.
In the first film, Jennifer Myers is Courtney. Obviously, Crystal Bernard looks a little different. You don't really get that vibe that girl grew into Crystal Bernard, but also a highlight of that first film. I thought she was really likable. She just didn't continue with acting. But yeah,
like Crystal Bernard did.
Crystal Bernard went on to great fame. I don't know, 3 or 4 years later on Wings. And yes, so you already kind of mentioned it, but Antonis Illich, I believe is how you say his name, is the son of Christopher Illich, the founder and CEO of Little Caesars Pizza. So
he's the Little Caesars Pizza heir.
They should have put a pizza cutter at the end of the fucking guitar.
There should have been crossover. He should have just had a Little Caesars Pizza ad as this character.
And I also mean this as disrespectfully as possible. That shit sucks. But make your money, buddy.
Ooh, hating on Little Caesars.
I cannot. The crazy bread is amazing. I'm
gonna defend the pretzel crust. I love the pretzel crust.
I can't, dude. I can't. I haven't tried it to be fair, but like for me, I can't go back there. It is dog shit. Crazy bread I fuck with though.
Yeah, so one thing I thought was funny about this movie too, since we are talking big business, the original title was Don't Let Go, or Don't Let Go / Slumber Party Massacre 2. And they did use the Don't Let Go portion of the title to get promotional deals with Pepsi and some other companies that appear throughout this. So,
but no Little Caesars. Yeah, they're a Pepsi star. I should not like them, huh?
Hey,
They said yes before Coke did. So
we do get some Friday the 13th alumni in this. Juliet Cummings played Robin in Friday the 13th: A New Beginning.
I'm shocked you didn't go with Psycho 3, because she was Gehi for Fahey in that one too, Dan.
She was Gehi for Fahey in Psycho 3. I was also going to say Heidi Kozak Haddad, who went on to play Sandra in Friday the 13th: The New Blood. So we do get some Friday the 13th crossover with this film. Apparently, even the great Paul Rubens was hanging out on set. So it's too bad we didn't get Pee-wee to show up and fight the rockabilly killer.
He was too big of a star at that point. 87. He was not lowering himself to some Slumber Party Massacre.
But he was hanging out to try and see some boobs on set. So kudos to Pee-wee.
Well, I don't know if that's what he was trying to see, but
so maybe maybe trying to see some drill. So the filming location in this was the same as a very awesome, in my opinion, Corman creature feature, The Nest, had been shot in the same soundstage before this, and they had a major roach problem on set that had spilled over from that movie, which I always thought was a lot of fun. This is a weird one. This is a very strange little movie, and
that has its own cult on its own, not even to do with the franchise. People,
I was gonna say this is one where I'll see some horror fans. It's like, oh man, I'm not big into those movies, but I love Slumber Party Massacre too, just for how weird it is. And
then you have the opposite, people who don't like it at all because of how weird it is. I'm curious how everyone stands on this one. Actually,
I think Crystal Bernard, very, very likable. I've always enjoyed her on Wings, but I think she's a very likable lead character. You could kind of see that star power. We also get Playboy Playmate of the Month for actually that for 82, Kimberly McCarver, who is really ironic because she refused to do nudity in this film.
They weren't paying Playboy money.
yeah.
Well, she had done it though in movies, in Easy Money, Malibu Express, and
She was trying to get that that Little Caesars ring, dude.
I'm just
There
going
you
to
go.
tell you though, I'm sure they were offering way more than Corman money. Let's be real.
Yeah.
probably, and I get it. Didn't want to be naked on.
You're gonna, yeah.
But this is a strange movie, and all of these are very tight. Like most of these movies are, you
Well, that's-
know, they don't go over 80 something minutes. at
Yeah, that's
most.
Corman though. He's not.
Yeah.
He's like, let's give him the minimum we can do with the maximum use of our dollar. Like
Exactly.
76 minutes, we're good. 92, how much money did you spend?
Right. Did you start the sequel?
Right.
This one, I mean, we got a reanimated chicken in this movie. I mean,
Yeah.
this is wild. What do you guys think, Pugs? What do you think of Slumber Party Massacre 2? I sense this is a favorite for you.
Unabashedly adore this stupid fucking movie. And that's exactly what it is. It is stupid fun. I liked most of the girls. Some of them are a little uppy, but everyone's cool. I love the way the guitar looks. Like, look at that. That's cool as shit.
Oh,
It makes no goddamn sense, but it's cool as fuck. And then, like, well, we'll get into kills later, but like, that's the way to go. I always wanted a Sammy Kerr and what's his name again?
the Driller Killer.
Driller Killer.
I think is the credit.
Whatever. I always wanted them to have like their own fucking like a versus movie or like team up and kill all these chicks at a concert. That'd be awesome. But yeah, the final battle, I guess, when they go through that house that's being renovated or with all the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Love that shit. It reminds me of Lethal Weapon 2 for some reason. But
I believe his official name is Andrew Drill Clay.
there you go.
Oh, holy shit! Can you imagine Dice playing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have a lot more nursery rhymes for a kill. So I think it would have been perfect casting. But again, Corman couldn't have afforded it.
But yeah, it's actually, I love that Andrew Dice Clay tie-in. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, this movie's just fun. It is definitely for a certain audience. If you can go with it, and be all in, you're gonna have a great time. If you're a little standoffish, don't even bother. Just stick with the first one.
I remember, because I remember seeing the box, and it was checked out the first few times. I remember I didn't actually rent it the first time I saw it. I was at my neighbor across the street's house, and I saw that Embassy label, and then I saw it was Slumber Party Massacre 2. I was like, hold on. I went home and got my VCR, came back, and then I had Slumber Party Massacre 2.
Fuck yeah.
I mean the dance, the whole dance number. Let's Buzz. That was, yeah. This is a cult film that kind of almost stands on its own.
Yeah, no, it totally does. And like I said, it has its own separate cult from like not even to do with, people who don't even necessarily have to love horror. It's got its own thing. It's just so different. It's got its own cult.
I would imagine like if you're a horror fan, but you also love Grease, The
No.
stairway scene is all for you.
I hate Grease, but I do like.
Do
this.
you love Grease? Wow.
Yeah.
I fucking love Grease.
Nah,
But
not a fan.
I was there with the resurgence. Like back in
Mm.
95, 96, whenever the.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that in the modern version, they have digitally removed Coke and put vintage Pepsi products instead, which I think is.
Have they?
Oh, yeah. If you look at because they used to have vintage Coke stuff in the back. Coke's like, no, you didn't pay us. So they digitally put in Pepsi stuff.
Wow.
So all those old Pepsi ones are all digital. Should have been Coke.
I gotta go back and look at this. That's wild and that's fucking
Yeah.
stupid. That's one of the biggest movies ever made. For Coke, you got it. You benefited anyway.
Coke doesn't need.
That is very fucking true. Those brothers are anyway.
Fuck you.
Fucking Little Caesars, Coke. What else? What other giant corporation is gonna fuck with us?
No, I'm telling you, the fact that there wasn't like a Little Caesars pizza box on that drill.
I know, yeah, right. Well, it wouldn't have been a little one back then. It's the big long ones.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, because you bought a pizza, you got two. That's how that was the gimmick.
Oh man, that would have been awesome. Pizza and the cleavage kind of stuff. Oh man.
I figured that would like immediately make you freak out.
Not if it's the bread side. Specific, Todd. It's a specific
I'm gonna
thing.
get very 90s if we don't move along.
So yeah, I mean, we get the zit scene. I mean, this is very, very this is like this is what Freddy's Dead should have been.
Dan, I'm just gonna tell you right now. If on our October 31st show you are not dressed as the driller killer from Slumber Party Massacre 2, you have failed this year's Halloween.
I would love to do that. It's just I don't know, leather and being a fat dude. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be super accurate.
Man,
You can just get a black jacket.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I have a leather jacket. That's not a problem.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
I gotta get the. I don't know if I could even make that.
yeah, bro. If you want to do a cheap version, just get a big piece of cardboard, draw it out, cut it out, paint it red.
Buy a drill, put it at the edge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, buy a drill and connect that part to the front of it, and boom.
Yeah, we can-
it'll look fucking awesome.
I'm about to do a new webcam. I can just give you the 3D.
I know because I'm looking at yours. It's in 480p. Pugs is at 720. I'm at 1080.
I did that for internet reasons.
I remember that, but I don't know
Um,
why Dan's over.
I
there
think
full
that might have
screen.
been the same thing, and I just didn't change it back. But yeah, you
That's
can
all
see
right.
me. It works.
We don't need to see it clear.
I'm just even hotter in 1080.
Pixelated? Yeah. No.
You look better at 420p. Dan. If only we can get you down to 360p.
Fuck you, Ted.
OG YouTube quality.
That's fucked up.
You know, guys, just go switch it to 320p right now, and that's the way Dan looks best.
In the words of the driller killer, I can't get no satisfaction. So, what do you guys rate this one?
Once again, unapologetically, I love it. It is 5 from me.
Todd?
I'm a 4.5. It's not perfect, but I love what it is for what it is. But yeah.
It's too much entertainment for me to not, dude.
I know, I totally get it. And then
Yeah.
like I get some people just hate it, but I'm one, I really love it. It's just like in terms of the series, I'm a 4.5.
I warned you guys ahead of time. I'm a fucking
it's
dork
5.
with these movies, so it's a 5 as well, which will leave a lot of mystery when we rank. It's
Well,
gonna
no,
be
because so
mostly
far,
one bad.
well, you 5 and 5, so it's well, we'll move on before we give away. All right, from Slumber Party Massacre 2, we move on to
Sorority House Massacre 2, which is from 1990. And at this point, we get the god, the legend, the icon, Jim Wynorski directing this one. And
time to let a man take over and fix this franchise, is what Dan was saying.
Damn,
Yeah, you bitches, how it's done.
damn. All right.
We don't want to get blummed over here.
And this one does have a unique history that I'll get into, but Sorority House Massacre 2 follows 5 college women who buy the old Hochstetter place for their new sorority house. They decide to stay in it for the night to meet the movers in the morning, but begin to get the creeps when the weird neighbor starts poking around. So Sorority House Massacre 2, I mean, this is the beginning of a very different era. So the genesis of this film, Roger Corman and his wife Julie were heading on vacation to Europe. And shortly before they had left, Jim Wynorski got wind of this and knew that they were basically getting ready to tear down the sets for Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Rock and Roll High School Forever. So Jim approached, actually, it was Julie, with an idea to utilize the sets for a very quick slasher film shoot. And she ended up calling off the dismantling of the sets and told Jim to make it without telling Roger. So he wrote the movie in 4 days. He cast it in 2, and he shot it right after the Cormans left. It was made in a week. The original title for this was a few different titles: House of Babes, then Nighty Nightmares, which I like a lot.
Nighty Nightmares.
Nighty
They fucked up.
Nightmares. And eventually this apparently Jim Wynorski did not see the first one, which I could believe. I mean, there is nothing similar to the first one at all in this. It also, if certain sets look familiar, it also had some additional scenes shot to beef up the runtime, and they shot on the sets for Rain Killer. So a little bit about the movie itself. We're heading, this is Jim Wynorski, so we're heading into a very sleazy, fun territory.
What Dan is trying to say, this is where the series picks up for the Sorority House films.
It does.
I just went on record. Nighty Nightmares may become a Deviant Vulture Skull song just because I love that phrase so fucking much. Just like Beyond the Beyond, I feel that happening.
You got to get me in there at least just saying Nighty Nightmares.
Fine. That's creepy as fuck. Absolutely. You can do the intro or the outro, whatever.
I'm the go-to guy for creep. So, all right, I'm just going to say this off the bat before I go too deep, because this needs to be said. Arnold Schwarzenegger can suck a dick, because Orville Ketchum, played by the late great Peter Spellos, is the true Terminator. You cannot kill this guy. He is an icon. He would have saved the franchise if they had just left Arnold after 2. They should have just brought in Peter Spellos as Orville.
They already started saving the Sorority House one.
Indeed. So Gail Thackeray is Linda. I believe she was credited as Robin Harris here. Melissa Moore, and we get Barbie.
Come on. You know what I'm waiting for, Dan? Get to Santana. Who played Santana?
Of course, Savannah playing the stripper Satana under the name Sharon. Sorry, not Sharon. Shannon Wilsey, I believe, is what she was credited as.
Her real name, yeah.
Also, the late great Savannah. You can check out a show we did on her a while ago.
Right. We're all big fans here. Yeah,
we're big Savannah fans.
I know, it's weird. It's like all the things that shouldn't work. She's got blonde hair. Dan's normally out. She's got bangs. Pucks is normally out, but yet it works. We're all 3 in agreement.
Sometimes it's not a deal breaker. So yeah.
Exactly. And this, I mean, the girls are slutty.
I believe the first note I wrote down for this movie was the quality 90s nudity.
Oh, yeah, specifically 90s. That shower scene, Stasia Shivago is Kimberly, Melissa Moore. Just there is something about a scream queen and soapy suds that just make me happy. I mean, there is a ton of nudity in this. I mean, Jim,
quality nudity,
quality nudity.
I'm not going to say it takes a man to make it happen, but He did come in and made it happen.
He knows what we want to see. So
He's like, you said you weren't going to do nudity, and then give me another actress. Never right now.
This one is just funny. It doesn't take itself seriously for a minute. At this point, really, as a whole, some of the best nudity. I mean, the girls are fucking beautiful. There's still some fun kills to be had, but he's not here tonight, but this is probably the one where I feel like we would have some heavy fighting with Kruger, I think. Because he's just like, it's all about your boners. It's kind of like how I would quote Kruger.
Well, our boners were ready on this one.
Our boners were ready.
The movie is like this whole series is about a phallic object murdering girls. So, well, people.
And I'm not going to do it here because at the end we're going to talk about it, but I will just tip my hat right now and say this has my most quotable line of dialogue. So stay tuned. But yeah, man, I mean, Orville, the running gag, he's like the most misunderstood guy. I mean, they torture poor Orville in this, and it's so funny. I mean, it's just so funny. This movie makes me happy. Anytime I sit down and watch it, I feel like a kid again. As Todd said, premium 90s babes.
And it's only 1990. But if you know what a 90s woman looks like, it's the beginning. This is it. Like they're already, the boobs are the right fake kind. It's not.
But other than the boobs, they still feel more real.
Yeah,
girls were hotter in the 90s. I think we both,
because I think the difference was they were about enhancing the boobs, not everything in their face. So it was still natural beauty then.
Yeah, they weren't trying to look like a cat, or a duck.
Very specific.
But yeah, man, I mean, this one is just pure lunacy, and I love it so much. We're gonna probably talk about this one even more later, but
it'll definitely pop up again, I'm sure.
That's what she said. Was this at this point, Pugs? This wasn't a first time watch, was it?
No, I've seen this a few times. I co-sign the sexiness of the ladies, 90s nudity. Heck yeah. This one's like, I don't want to say a laugh a minute, but it's very funny. The kills were cool. I was coming in here thinking I was going to rate it one thing, but as we're sucking this thing off, I'm like, yeah, actually, I like it a little more than that. So, yeah, good shit. It's just, it fits where it needs to with making sense and no sense at the same time. So, fuck yeah.
And we're kind of starting to sort of tie this in, even though it never really fully ties in or makes sense.
We didn't even talk about the flashback that doesn't really make sense because it's like using the footage from Slumber Party Massacre, but the characters are not the characters they were. They've been renamed in the backstories totally. So we're getting this footage we're familiar with, but with a whole new story attached to it. But I guess that
90 nightmares.
But it still kind of works though, because if you think of the way legends are, details change, even though like Orville should know because he was the next door neighbor in there. But in general, it kind of, I'm trying to defend it when I get to my rate.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of sort of even resurrect the character that dies later on.
Oh, yes, we'll get to that one.
So it like I said, don't go into the Massacre franchise expecting perfect, symmetry.
They did when they made these movies 35 years ago. They weren't planning for binge viewings of like you watching. Well, at this point, there were only 4 films, all 9 of them. So yeah, when you do that, it kind of destroys the stuff they hoped you forgot about by the time.
I'm sure there were plenty of people like, wait, huh? Okay, I guess.
Fucking Vince McMahon booking, Kevin Owens. They're gonna remember.
Shut up, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would not in a million years defend this as a perfect movie, but it's a perfect movie to me.
Well, I may defend it because I'm giving this thing a 5 right out the gate.
I am a 5 as well.
Okay.
I'm
See,
sorry.
coming in, I was a 4.5. But you're right. It's just I'm comfortable giving it the 5.
You've had an man direct. You're like, I'm in.
Yeah, high 5, bro.
And stay tuned because it does have my favorite line.
Okay,
So,
well, we'll get to
get
that.
to it.
All right. So from sorority back to the slumber party.
Yes. All right. So up next we have Slumber Party Massacre 3. This film from also 1990. They were very busy at this point, and
We're not even done with 90.
we are not. And director Sally Madison. And in this film, we follow Jackie Cassidy and her friends are stalked by a serial killer while having a slumber party. Is it the mysterious weirdo from the beach, the creepy neighbor? Nobody knows. So Slumber Party Massacre 3. This one is kind of features the first appearance in the franchise and only appearance in the franchise, which is kind of surprising, from Corman go-to girl Maria Ford, who I was always really fond of Maria Ford, and she has an awesome B-movie pedigree. I think we'll at some point talk more about her because there's a lot of films we haven't really covered.
We've covered a little bit. We
not as many as you think.
No, I said a little bit. We've barely touched the iceberg.
Yeah, I was going to say we've barely touched upon some of her work, but this is also again continues that tradition. All female directors, writers. This actually apparently did have a very limited theatrical release and grossed a decent bit of money for this. I mean, this is kind of getting towards the end of big theatrical releases for any kind of Corman films, but it was a huge hit on VHS.
But this was the era that in those pre-sale magazines, it made a difference. Fresh off theatrical release on that thing, because there was so much direct-to-video. So that made a difference to video store buyers. So to be able to have that on there helped it quite a bit, I'm sure, in sales. And this was, I know we're not to the alternate versions yet, but I will say this is the first in the series to be offered on home video in a rated or unrated version.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yeah. This one was a big hit. And also, I mean, we're kind of coming at a point here. 1990, the slasher trend had really heavily waned at that point. I mean, it never went away, but 1990, slashers weren't in their golden era anymore. This one's a little bit different because it's really one of the only from the franchise that had up to this point that has a whodunit element. There's red herrings, more of a detailed backstory on the killer, and obviously it's a franchise show, so we'll kind of talk some spoilers, but I would say a very good script on this one. It's a little more in comparison serious compared to some of the other films that we got, but still very much a massacre franchise film at this point. I love the tagline, one of my all-time favorites. It's driller time and this bit's for you. The Budweiser parody.
I will say this is one that's grown on me over the years, because I think the tone when I first saw it, I wasn't like, it just felt more generic slasher. Over the years, it's grown on me. It's moved up in my rankings, honestly.
Yeah, no, I like this one a lot. It's got some very memorable gore and kills, I should say, more than like overly extreme gore. You get Maria Ford's very pronounced areolas, which are very...
Dan, save that for the boob section. Come on.
We're just boobs are gonna come up throughout.
I know. I'm just
they just are. Not quite as heavy on the sleaze as the Jim Wynorski films, but we do get.
Well, you know what? I might argue that essay kill is probably the most. I don't want to say uncomfortable, well, maybe for some in this series, but I mean that like it lingers, like the unrated cut, it lasts a little longer. Even it made the director uncomfortable even after why. So I do want to throw that out there, not necessarily visually, but that whole scene.
Yeah, this one has more of an edge for it, and the killer, maybe not the most original backstory, kind of creepy family member sort of thing, but that's a little more edgy for these films. I mean, this one does have a little bit of bite to it as far as a very nasty, mean-spirited killer with a nasty, mean-spirited backstory that they don't go too graphic with it or anything, but nonetheless, this does feel a little bit different from the others, but it all still fits. It has all the elements that you need, from the peeping and the the striptease. Maria, again, I love Maria Ford, and also another somewhat notable pizza cameo, this time Pizza Girl, who is played by Marta Kober, and she played Sandra in Friday the 13th Part 2. Whole interesting story with her, because there was some legal issues with some scenes that were shot in that when she was only 16. Hence a lot of that footage being gone forever. And she fell on hard times in recent years. I do believe she's got a convention appearance coming up soon.
I just saw, I think I just saw an ad for that today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so it's good seeing her. She had kind of dropped off the face of the earth and more or less disappeared for a number of years, so hopefully she's doing well. There are some different Friday the 13th connections throughout the series, and that is one of them. But what do you guys think of this? Because this is another one that I think for some reason one of the least talked about.
I feel because it's more just standard slasher. It doesn't like it sticks out of the series, I think, from the other one.
Script though.
Yeah, but this, like, even the first time it didn't connect with me. It took a minute. But
at this point you'd have an expectation of what it should be, even though it should be really weird. And it's kind of a little more straight.
And it's a big, because if we're just going straight Slumber Party 2, it's totally different. So then you have the fans of 2 that go into this who are not going to like, because it's nothing to do with it. So it was, but
another one that had an alternate title, Stab in the Dark, which apparently it was released as in certain areas. I don't think I've ever seen artwork for that, but Stab in the Dark. And I think I neglected to say it was the directorial debut of Sally Madison, but she was a producer and casting director for Corman on several films.
But I do enjoy this one. Not my favorite, but I do, like I said, the essay scene is stronger than you'd expect.
Yeah, no, it's one that I can see people diving into this series for the first time thinking like, oh, there are a couple bits of this movie that go harder than you would expect.
For the scene that Todd is referencing, yes, big fan of that. The weirdo at the beach, his introduction is hilarious.
Yeah.
It was like, we've all seen that guy.
Jan Birch.
Some of us might have been that guy. But
Jan Birch just credited as the weirdo, and he does conventions solely based off of this little part.
Good for him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Off-air story.
Oh.
Patreon? No, just off air.
It's not awful. I could probably say it, but I won't.
Okay, that's fine. But I fall in the camp of I didn't like this at first just because of how much I enjoyed 2. But like Todd, it grew on me. And how can you not with a, what are we calling it? SAC?
I'm trying to be good.
That's fine. But yeah, it's cool. Not my favorite, not my least favorite, but yeah, it's fine. It's not the one I revisit the most. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we can go ahead and rate this one. Just to not be totally ridiculous, although I do fucking love this one. I'm gonna give this one 4.5.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Thanks for your honest rating. Bugs, what are you giving this one?
I am a 3.5, but that's because of my love for the second one. It just dropped down too far.
I am also 3.5 on this one myself too. So
I love that Dan loves this though. Like that's fucking cool.
I get it. It's like when I review trauma films, you just expect the 5 out of me. All right. Whoa. Okay. So up next is a first time one for Pugs.
Yeah. That's not the cover I saw. Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, no. So, well, I'll get into it. This one does kind of confuse people, and as we go along,
well, because it doesn't say Slumber Party Massacre, or
Yeah,
Sorority House Massacre anyway.
Right.
But it wouldn't make sense. They're not in a sorority house.
Yeah, this is.
It wasn't that hard to die for some of them.
Okay, so 1990, director Jim Wynorski once again. We have Hard to Die, of course. Also, Sorority House Massacre 3, if you will. So in this film, 5 lingerie models are terrorized by a series of murders in their office building. They suspect the janitor, good old Orville, who witnessed past killings, unaware of the real horror awaiting them. So this had 3 different titles. It was Sorority House Massacre 3, Hard to Die. Then it was just Hard to Die. It was also, it was out as Tower of Terror as well.
Really?
It was, and it was shot, at least the shooting title was Nighty Nightmare 2, with Nighty Nightmare being the title of the just filmed Sorority House Massacre 2.
The song just got a Hard to Die in the parentheses.
There you go. It's all forming.
1990 was a very big year at Corman Studios for the Massacre franchise.
It was indeed. And so this apparently it did have a theatrical release as well.
Again, same reasoning.
Under the title Tower of Terror. Apparently this one did have an NC-17. Now, I didn't see it theatrically. Did you, Todd?
No. I wouldn't have been able to in 1990. I would have been 14 years old.
Well, because I would have found there is nothing that would have kept me from a Jim Wynorski Sorority House Massacre film. I just do what I did with Showgirls.
You were 4 years old that day, that when in the 90s.
Well, you know what? If it was just a little bit after that, I would.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain it to you, Dan, why it wouldn't have worked. Because in 1990, the NC-17 rating was fresh, and they were super all about not letting anyone in. They were checking tickets. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have bought a ticket for that.
But no, but then you wouldn't have got in. They had people at the doors. They were not fucking around then. It was a new rating, and they were enforcing it to the T. Showgirls, 7 years later, a little different.
Okay, sir. I will reference the Kevin Smith film 4:30 movie. I would have found a way to distract the motherfucker, you know. Hey,
where there's a will, there's a way. You know what?
I understand.
Trash can catches fire. I sneak in my trench coat and the hair I glued on my face to look older. I would have made it happen, Todd. Whatever it takes, Todd, for boobs. Okay. Don't underestimate a young hat man. I would have gotten in there. So with this one, in this one, actually, Roger Corman basically asked Jim Wynorski to make Sorority House Massacre 2 again with the same story and cast. So you can tell it's a very newฮ่ but kind of the same story.
My first note is I don't care they brought back the same girls from Sorority House Massacre 2 and basically ignored it and repurposed the Slumber Party Massacre 1 footage again, and I don't care. I just went with it. I didn't care.
Let's not forget we do get the addition of Deborah Dutch as Jackie very notable scream queen. So we do get some new faces in here. And yeah, also reusing some sets. This one you reused the same sets from the Corman comedy Corporate Affairs, which was just
not to be confused with
Corporate Assets.
Our favorite.
No, the floors weren't that sticky. But talk about a movie that just, I mean, you've got it in a fucking like high-rise office building, but good old Jim Wynorski finds a way to get all of these ladies naked and taking multiple shower scenes, several shower scenes.
You got to be clean for the new lingerie. Come on, Dan. It made perfect sense.
I am not questioning the logic when it comes to boobs. However, you got to get there, you get there. And I mean, you know what this is at this point. I mean, this one you can tell probably a lot of favors or were called in. We get Monique Gabriel pops up, Kelly Maroney, who has a cameo as a adult film star, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, of course the sprinklers go off. So they get wet and we get to see them all naked. We get the great Forrest J. Ackerman, who pops up in this one as Dr. Newton. I'm sure he had a grin that is still on his face in the grave, being around all these lovely ladies. Although he didn't really have a lot of scenes with them, but or any scenes with them actually, but
he could have been on set watching. Oh, that's cool.
I'm pretty sure it was like, Roger, you don't have to pay me. Just I'm going to hang out on set. Famous monsters hiding my massive boner. I love this movie. Now, this is the type of film that a lot of people, one man's gold is another man's crap. And there are going to be some people that think this is crap. But it's pure B-movie lunacy. There's something for everybody, and I love it. I don't even need to ask you, Todd. I know you love it, but
oh my god, I love Hard to Die. Bruce Willis, who?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
So,
well, they're bald down there.
But no, I love Hard to Die. Yeah, it gives me everything I want. Absolutely. I'm curious, Pugs. I mean, I'm just gonna guess you had fun with this.
I had a lot of fun with this.
Okay.
Yes. I don't love it like you guys though, but I can see myself growing eventually because again, first time watch. Not an instant favorite, but yeah, the sprinkler scene that Dan brought up, glorious, love it. For me, the reuse of the footage, like it's been there, done that, but like I liked where we were, so I don't mind. So what Todd, you said like I went with it. That's exactly what I did. The reveal of who it is, I was like, of course it is. It's funny, but yeah, it's good. I think I will love it more later, but for right now, I'm comfortable with saying it's really good. It's a great usage of reusing previous material too, whether it's writing or footage.
I'm going to say this right now. I've been begging for this on Blu-ray for years. I know Scream Factory owns it. I know the problem was it was finished on tape. Give me the footage. I'll put it together. Done. I'll make it happen. Scan the negative or scan it. And I'll put it together. I don't mind.
Todd's offering to do free work, and
I will do it for free as long as we get 3 copies of the Blu.
Yeah, you just send us some copies, and Todd will work for free. He's
done.
Todd will be a.
I want this on Blu-ray so bad.
Oh,
I'll moderate commentary, whatever you need.
Yeah.
You know what? When you look in,
I'm gonna McGibbon this into happening.
All right.
I'm gonna make it. This will be my new mission.
You got to go hard, and then just to shut you the fuck up, they'll let you do it.
That's
what you need to do.
What up, Chris?
What up, Chris? We love you. I love it. The scene when when the delivery girl gets lit on fire. And perfect B movie delivery. Where's that food? It's gonna be charbroiled before it gets here. It's just funny. I love this movie. And Orville in this, like, holy shit, did they stretch that joke glorious. Like, he is shot, like, filled with holes with machine guns, falls off a fucking building. It doesn't matter. You can't kill Orville Ketchum.
You know, it's all right. After this, he went to Dinosaur Island. He was fine.
Absolutely, yes. And check out Peter Spellos' IMDb. It's insane.
Absolutely.
It is insane. So yeah. Well, I knew you would love this one, Todd. So
well, yeah. My rankings will reflect that, I'm sure.
And I guess this is actually, I guess this is a point where we can point out, since it was done, I believe, right before our next film, there is an unreleased sequel to Sorority House Massacre, Sorority House Massacre: The Final Exam, which was completed in 2002. They changed the name to Final Exam, which is a couple other movies, but and it got a DVD date in 2007 as just The Legacy, but Concord Pictures had closed shop at that point and it didn't come out. I know Jim Wynorski has posted the art for it a few times on his personal Facebook page, but there is an unreleased sequel, Sorority House Massacre: The Final Exam. Maybe one day they can work that out.
And he directed it also?
Wynorski, yes.
All right. Yeah. Well, there's Lost Media we're on top of now too. Okay.
And it's not the one on Tubi, right? That Sorority Party Massacre?
No. Okay. I don't know what you. No, this is not. Believe me, if this comes out, this will be a big deal.
It's, Kevin Sorbo, I believe, is in it because that fucking weird.
Oh
no! I do have that movie though. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Post Hercules, but several years. Post Hercules, but maybe I think pre. Like I'm just doing Jesus movies. Kevin Sorbo, he's kind of somewhere in between, but. Yeah, there are a lot of films that are kind of in this this mold. Even a few random movies that make reference to Slumber Party Massacre, Sorority House Massacre stuff, but they're not part of the franchise, which we talked about.
They need to be from Roger Corman, New Concord Pictures, to be in that conversation.
That, or at the very least, it's like advertised as a sequel or something. But we'll get to that because I know we're trying to kind of go in order somewhat. And with that being said, we rated this. No, we didn't rate it.
We did not.
We didn't rate Hard to Die. Thank God I caught that. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Oh, I'm the asshole here. I am 4 stars.
That's okay.
But it's high. It's really good. But I do think with the first time watch, with repeated viewings, I could grow. I can grow.
You'll get there.
Also has classic 90s boobs. So 5 stars one more time.
So we're out of the 90s now, and but we still have Jim Wynorski in our next film from 2003, Cheerleader Massacre, and director Jim Wynorski. They're cute, they're perky, they have great pom-poms. But this group of innocent cheerleaders has nothing to cheer about. Someone has taken a special interest in the squad who are about to play the biggest game of their short lives. Who said surviving school was easy? So Cheerleader Massacre, we're in a very different era at this point, but I remember once again, you see this cover art actually kind of calling back to the original somewhat. So Cheerleader Massacre, this is
somewhat, that's like damn near dead on.
Yeah, substitute the chainsaw though, but this was shot initially as Slumber Party Massacre 4. But New Concord felt there were too many sequels and pseudo sequels, and they just thought it would do better marketed as a standalone. I don't. I mean, it's hard to really judge that at this particular point. Maybe they just thought like, let's kind of start something new. But it's effectively a sequel because Brink Stevens reprises her role as Linda, despite dying in the original. So they kind of just.
Well, they didn't show you that part in the flashback, so it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why these things get so fucking confusing. But she does have a short little cameo here, which, you know what, I can just roll with it. I remember like sitting down and watching it and thinking like, what the fuck? Like, how is she in this? I thought it was going to be some sort of like twin sister kind of thing or whatever, but no, it's just like by 2003 they had to know people fucking love these movies and we're going to ask questions. But I'll take Brink Stevens however I can get,
and that's the answer they came up with. They'll like it.
The Dans will be fine. They'll get over it.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So this was filmed in North Hollywood High and in Gorman, California. And so obviously this era of Corman, we're working with much smaller budgets. But he did around this era, there was some good stuff. I mean, Slaughter Studios is one I always throw out there.
That's one I almost watched after, because that was literally sitting right next to this one. So I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch it again."
Yeah, that one was really good. I mean, we're in the waning years for sure. I mean, you can see that there wasn't a ton of money on this one. But the spirit is still there. And one thing that is definitely still there is we get lots of sexy ladies, all of whom pretty much, not all, I should say, but get naked. We do get the lovely Nikki Fritz, who very rarity for her. She doesn't get naked, but it's just a small role. Gigi Ernetta, who I like a lot, is Deputy Adams. Not a household name, but I've always really enjoyed her work. And this is in the spirit. Again, we open with a stellar, awesome shower scene from Charity Romer, who plays Parker, which is gorgeous. We also get some TNA from April Flowers, who plays Tammy Ray. I think that this is a pretty fun lower budget movie that is still, while it's lacking in certain technical aspects considering of when it was made, I still enjoy it. I don't know if you guys will or not. What do you think of Cheerleader Massacre?
Well, the way Todd feels about 90s nudity is the way I feel about Hot Girls, like the 2000. Like that's my area.
Which would make sense, the 10-year gap.
Mm-hmm. And because like we have low-rise jeans. Love those. I'm happy that they seem to be on the way back. Woo. But no, this is just fun. Again, I've been saying that for a few of these, but it's very lowbrow. This is very entertaining if you just want to watch pretty people die. Well, pretty girls, really, because the dudes, whatever.
And the gorgeous Tammy Sheffield is Miss Hendricks, some MILF action.
Yeah, kills are cool. I like this movie a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Was this a first time watch on this one?
No, I'm sorry, because I think I've even checked it out when I worked at Blockbuster.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We also get Lenny Giuliano as Buzzy, who I always like. I mean, obviously, we'd be here all night if we run down all of the actors and their IMDb, but he was really good comic relief around this time, and he goes back. I mean, he had bit roles and stuff like Lethal Weapon and Commando, but he also played Lunk in the Bear Wench Project and was in Not of This Earth with Tracy Lords. He's somebody that kind of just left the industry, but just a name. He did a lot of stuff. Barbarella's was another thing that he did, and he added a lot of comic relief to some of the softcore stuff that he was in. You know, we all know Jay Richardson and names like that. Evan Stone, of course, who did a lot of funny work in softcore films. But Lenny Giuliano, not that he was just softcore, but I wanted to throw out that name because I think he added a lot to any movie that he was in. So yeah. I maybe, you know, some of the kills are not maybe as top of the line, but I still think this one has a fairly solid script, you know, a few little twists and turns in there, and I think it works. I still think it's a super entertaining movie, and looking back at, God, over 20 fucking years, I'm getting really goddamn.
I remember picking this up at DVD Planet when it was still there.
Fuck yeah, DVD Planet.
Yeah.
And it's
Evil
one
Ed
that
used to go there all the time.
oh, did it? I went to all 3 locations. Well, technically it starts off as Ken Crane's Laserdisc, then moves. But anyway, yes, I was every Tuesday. Drive all long ass drive. But this was when I remember like looking forward to coming out. It was still that time frame where like I was excited for like a Corman B movie hitting DVD. And was this around the same time, or was this even the same day as Slaughter Studios?
I want to say Slaughter Studios was like right before, but it's around,
because the fact that I had them next to each other and the DVD shelf leads me to believe they came out as close together.
Yeah, I want to say 02 maybe for Slaughter Studios,
okay.
03 for this, but
well, then that wouldn't explain them being so close. But yeah, this is one. Is it great? No. Do I have a good time with it? 100%. I think it's fun. I think, you know, there's a difference between an 80 slasher and even like, I know our last 3 were all 90, but I mean, there's a 13-year gap and you're a different style of movie making. Even though we're holding on at 90, that was still felt like 80 style of slashers, where now the world has changed. This is the post Scream era too. So it was really good to see a throwback slasher slasher in 2003, and it was much appreciated. But is it perfect? Is it my favorite? No, but I do think it's a good enough time.
I gotta ask, were you guys fans of April Flowers, who plays Tammy Ray here, and some of her adult work? Technically a 90s girl, but it was like late 90s. I mean, she was in such classics as California Cocksuckers 16 and the Up and Comers series. She was, well, as you can see in this film, very beautiful.
She was not one of my favorites, but I do know somebody who was. Friend of the show, Edward Danzig, massive fan. Met her at a convention. Very nice.
Oh, awesome. She was still working. I think she stopped, but like maybe 7 years ago. Like she was still active for a while, I believe. You never know who's still active now in the OnlyFans era, but so yeah, I enjoy her. She's very beautiful. And this is as far, if you're in it for the boobs, this is comparable to anything in the franchise. It's got some nice boobs. So what do you rate this?
Not as big as previous, but yeah, very nice and lovely.
Yeah, good representation of the early 2000s.
There you go. Oh, I'll rate it. Shit. Yeah, fuck it. 4.5 out of 5 for me, just because it's enjoyable, and also eye candy. Like it hit me right.
Anything that's lacking, like technically, does not really bother me. So I'm a 4.5 on this one as well. Like, I think a lot of this, I don't know if I would have given it like that high when I saw it in 2003, but all of this stuff now is better. I've said it, that the B movies of that era are that much better now. So yeah,
I agree. Not to the extent of you guys, because I'm a 3.5 on this one. I do enjoy it, but I
think it might be that age gap too, dude.
Yeah, it is a It is a decline, I feel, from some of the earlier ones, but it's not bad. I think it's still a fun movie. I'm a 3.5.
Okay. Okay. All right. So moving on from there to a film that nobody really knows even exists, and that is Cheerleader Massacre 2, which we'll talk
State
about
of
it.
the art. It's most advanced graphics I've ever seen.
The most by far, like by far.
For 2011 too. It's so advanced.
James Cameron, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
So Cheerleader Massacre 2 from director Brad Rushing. And in this film, it's cheerleader camp time, and the beautiful busty teams are ready to compete for the state championship. On their way, one team is brutally murdered by a masked maniac, which is actually not really true, but that's in the description. Now the red team will fight for more than the title. So this one, there's not even a whole lot of info on this one. Jim Wynorski chose not to direct it, and you don't even really see some credits for Corman Studio. If you watch the credits at the end, New Horizons Picture Corps does pop up. And it's got like a 2008 listing. So the IMDb is 2011. So it's a little unclear. Was this shot in 2008? And there was some issues with it.
I didn't even know it existed till it was on Netflix.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
Because there was-
like the disc or streaming.
No, it's streaming, like
Wow.
early streaming. Like there was no physical disc ever released for this.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in the US anyways. I don't know if
I haven't found
anything-
any overseas anything.
Yeah, so this is a weird one. I mean, a lot of people will cover this franchise and it's like, oh, I didn't even know Cheerleader Massacre 2 existed. So
But
it
we
was-
know.
Oh, yeah.
we do know, absolutely. As far as like Corman connections, I mean, it is Cheerleader Massacre 2. And like I said, it does, if you look through the credits, it does have the New Horizons thing on it. You also get Robert Donovan as the sheriff, and he appeared in a whole bunch of different stuff. Once again, a lot of great character actors in these movies, and he does play Sheriff Jim Colson in this, but you can recognize him. He's still somewhat active, actually. He was just in Arena Wars, was one I think I watched not too long ago. The Exorcists for
Didn't we all watch Arena Wars?
I don't know if we reviewed it. We might have. That might have been, I mean, in the last couple years, but I mean, he is another like B movie legend. He was in the Rod Steel James Bond parodies. It probably around this time, give or take. Well, no, a little bit earlier than that, but he also popped up in Nightmare Man, Jekyll and Hyde Corpses, The Hazing. He's in a lot of stuff with Tiffany Shepis in particular. Another guy, just go through his IMDb because it's insane. He's entertained us for so many years. This no connection to the first Cheerleader Massacre, but this does also kind of it's kind of like at some point in the process, and I don't know the full story here why Wynorski didn't direct it, but it's almost like they were taking elements of Chopping Mall and the previous
100%.
films and doing an homage to everything.
It was weird because like when I found out he didn't direct, I was like, really? Because I was like, this feels like he just took this, the massacre stuff and swapped it in with some, Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
So it was when I found out he didn't direct, I was like, wow, really? It seems like it would have been. And this is not a suited, one of his pseudonyms. Was it H.R. Blueberry directing it?
No, Blueberry free. I don't know what the full story with that is. I mean, this is kind of the first of the franchise to introduce CGI gore, which
The gore is not the issue, sir. It is the fucking mechanic, the whatever the fuck, the robot thingies. What the fuck is that?
Flying drones, scorpion, spider-like drones.
Yeah.
Didn't quite pull that off, but it's almost so bad that it didn't bother me too much. Like I could just roll with it.
It's jarring at first, but then it gets charming.
I'm in that camp too. Because at first I was like, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what? It does still have tons of hot naked ladies and shower scenes.
Again, why I thought this was a Warnowski.
Yeah, I mean, it's the spirit of the other movies. When you rewatch them all and you get to this, jarring is the word, because it's like we didn't have the CG kills like this. But this one goes, technically it's both the goriest, and it might even at least have it other movies matched for the amount of nudity, because there's a lot. I mean, we get a pervy owner here that's banging some of the girls. There's a ton of characters in this. It's one of those movies where it's hard to maybe fully keep track, but amazing shower nudity with Wendy and Karen, played by Zoe Britton and Brooke Barnes. I got to throw that out there. I know we'll be talking our favorite nude scene later, but I've got to at least mention that, because as far as eye candy goes, good Lord, still looking good in 2011. And it feels like a more, well, no, it doesn't feel like a modern B movie, because we don't get this level of boobs now. So it's, as far as the effects go, yeah, we're kind of Sci-Fi Channel effects. But where you guys stand on this? Because I did enjoy it.
Count me in with this. Again, jarring at first, but then it became charming, and I just rolled with it. This is ludicrous, but it's very fun. Very pretty people. It doesn't stand out for the gore, though. I can't co-sign that. Story-wise, it's fine. It is not in my upper tier in the series, but I'm not against rewatching this a few more times. So give that what you will.
The killer motivation was pretty stupid, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. Right. I like when the little spider robot like just climbs up the telephone pole to cut the power lines. That made me laugh. It's fun. It's just different.
My second plea to Scream Factory: we need a double feature disc of Cheerleader Massacre 1 and 2. Come on.
You're gonna work for free on that too, Todd.
I don't think there's much work to do on that one, but yeah. I'll moderate the commentaries. Just send the cheerleaders in and they'll be safe. We gotcha. We'll interview them all.
I will.
We guarantee at least 90% of them you will receive back.
Who's gonna miss one? Come on. Man, I don't know what happened to April Flowers, man.
She retired. That's what I heard.
From life in Minecraft.
Wow.
But no, we love all the ladies in these movies.
And we respect them, more importantly. Thank you for your hard work and your awesome nudity.
And our hard,
don't make it weird, Dan.
Fuck you, Todd.
That was the implication, sir.
I know. Dan sometimes just needs to spell it out.
Yeah, he's the reason we have warnings.
If it wasn't clear enough, guys.
Warning labels on certain things. Jeez, now I'm done.
Down or anything.
You're the kind of person you put the rush hour label on it anyway.
Oh, you're one of those.
But yeah, no, I still think the most important thing is that the spirit is there, and the spirit is there with this. But there are going to be some people like fuck the CG kills.
Well, and then to be in this one, like, isn't a traditional like slasher guy off. It's like robot. So I get, but that's what I like about it. It's another one that took a stab at something different, and I think it's a fun film. Yeah. Again, it's not the best of the series, but it's watchable. It's fun. I recommend it.
Absolutely. So what do you rate this one?
Coming in, I was a 2.5 because it is average, but the charm is still growing on me from it being kind of ludicrous. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
I'm a 3.5.
I am also a 3.5 on this one. I do think it's fun. I don't think there's any, well, maybe one that I'm not a fan of.
All right. So before we get into our final, as of now, final film in the franchise, which of course is the Slumber Party Massacre remake, I just wanted to make like a note because we decided that it didn't count, even though there's a couple places where they try and make it count. Is Jim Wynorski's Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre, which just having Massacre and Wynorski attached to it, I'll acknowledge it as something that to a certain degree pays homage to the franchise. It's not something that I'm gonna put there.
Doesn't have Corman, doesn't count in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'll acknowledge it. I did not like that movie.
There's no boobs, there's no good kills. It's the one turd in Warnowski's filmography. I get they probably had a ball shooting it. It's all of his old actresses coming back together, doing it, but it didn't give us
words.
Yeah, it didn't give us what we want. Yeah, it was unfortunate. I wanted to like that one more because I love Jim Warnowski and I love his films, but that one just, I think we had expectations for it, but he explained it. It's like the nudity doesn't work like now. Like he wants to get it streamed places. It's like, it's just, it's
easier said, and I realized like the time crunch and everything, but ideally you just shoot those few extra scenes to where you can show the proper version, because goddamn, pretty ladies, that's a big selling point for these movies. Not the only, but
we'll get to lack of nudity in a minute too.
So we acknowledge that one. I didn't want to do like a full review because I remember we all disliked it. So.
And I don't think it counts. I know some people connect it, but that's just because it's Warnowski and has Massacre in the name.
Yeah. So, all right. The 2021 remake from director Danishka Esterhazy and writer Suzanne Kelly, once again sticking to tradition with the female director and writer. And in this one, it's a remake of the 1982 slasher film about sorority girls being attacked by the maniac killer with a large electric drill, Russ Thorne. So going into this one, I knew, and obviously we're YouTube era that we covered this. I really went into this one expecting total crap.
We should mention it premiered on Sci-Fi.
Did premiere on Sci-Fi in an edited form, and
there wasn't really much to edit. I don't think that there's anything missing in that cut other than commercial breaks.
Yeah, I don't know if they showed the man ass or if that was cut. Although at this point, like they did allow some of that.
Did we get blurred man ass in the Sci-Fi cut? If my memory serves, I believe we did.
It's possible.
Because that was the version we reviewed. Yeah. Was that first cut before?
I don't remember mentioning blurred ass though.
Maybe it was just unblurred. It's been a while.
That's a weird.
But you know what? I think we also did watch it from the streaming version, which may have been different than the one that aired on actual Sci-Fi. We watched the version from sci-fi.com.
That is possible. So this one, a little bit different, obviously. Going into it, from the director that made I Was Lorena Bobbitt. She also did the Banana Splits movie, but I was like, Slumber Party Massacre in 2021. We're not too far removed from the Black Christmas, second remake.
To be fair, Jim Warnowski did make a great movie that year, so it wasn't for that one. So
excuse me. So going into this, I really was expected to be completely crushed. It was shot in South Africa, Canadian director. Now they had some issues because this was shot at the height of the pandemic. So initially they were actually going to fly in some of the original actors from the franchise, but they couldn't. So this did have some issues as far as that goes. I didn't mind the location. The South African location was fine. Now, watching it, I will say this: despite it missing, in my opinion, a must-have as far as the nudity goes, I didn't hate the movie. Actually, the movie was a lot better than I expected. Rob Van Vuren, who plays Russ Thorne in this, is very good. There's some callbacks to the franchise. Am I annoyed that this didn't have the skin? Of course I am.
Well,
Of course
you wouldn't be Dan if you didn't.
But you know what, though? I gave this a very good review because I still think it's a pretty solid slasher movie. And we do take some strange twists and turns here. So, you know what? I'm not going to just rip it apart for not having that. Unfortunately, that makes it pale in comparison to some of the other movies, or to all the other movies. But I don't know. I don't hate this as much as you would expect. I actually think it's a pretty good homage. I almost look at this in my head as like, okay, this is like a fan film, and they just couldn't get their friends to get naked for it. That's how I used to look at it.
Yeah, I remember the same low expectations, really liking it. Revisiting it, not as much. I still enjoy it, but I don't think I think it's one, once you've seen it and know what's happening, it didn't work as well in execution, because it's like, okay, we tried something different. So that was cool on the initial watch. It was something I wasn't expecting. Watching it again, I knew what to expect, and it wasn't as cool. I still think it is. They tried something different for the remake, and this was a weird era. No nudity, like we said. Even Warnowski didn't do nudity in his.
Although he still does.
No, I know, but he didn't do in that one for the reasons I'm sure this one didn't, to get it to a more wider audience.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, both of those movies played on sci-fi because they weren't chock full of nudity.
Was Shark Kansas on Sci-Fi? Wow.
Yeah, I believe it was. And yeah, I don't love it like I did. I think it's solid, but yeah, it's fine.
You would expect me to shit on this one more because it's taking a franchise that largely, I'm not saying women don't enjoy it, but largely is made for guys, and they're trying to make it for women. And I don't know that that's ever going to be embraced in the same way, but it's still kind of a solid little slasher.
But I do remember having a beef with this movie because it's the first time watching a horror movie when the flashback to the previous era was the 90s, and I was like, first time I'd seen it, and after that it's like all the time now. When we're doing, it's always 30 years ago, it's sometime in the 90s. It's like, but this was the first one. So
been the 90s in a long time.
It was 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
Right? I didn't rewatch our review, and I know I like this movie a lot. I still like this movie. It's solid. I almost forgot that there's no nudity in this. Like, I get so invested. I like where this went. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I rated it pretty high. It's still going to be pretty high. Kills are cool. It's just, I do, like, now I do miss the nudity and the extra gore, but it didn't hurt it. The story's good.
I think having that, the Russ who they got, I think really helped this one. Like, I liked the Russ they got in it. So it worked. Like, I think if that casting was off, it could have been different.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would
be good to do a bad mimic job of the original.
And I do remember I watched this immediately when I got home from Universal Horror Nights. So it was like I was soaking my feet and watching this, having a great time. I was like, I thinking it was going to suck. And like, this is actually pretty good. I feel great. So, fond memories.
Yeah. I think low expectations did help. Non-existent expectations helped a little bit, but so it's still though it's probably declined a little bit from my initial review of it. Especially I think it hurts rewatching all of these back to back. It's like I know what I'm missing more, but I'm still going to give this one 3 stars.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm comfortable giving this one a 3 also.
I don't remember what I gave it the last time, but as on this viewing, I am a 4 out of 5. I do think it's worth checking out.
Okay.
All right. So there we go. We covered the movies, and now we're going to talk a little bit more.
Look at this research, guys. What we do for you here. Like that's like,
Yep.
like
See, and it's nice because all my notes are on this nice digital device that I carry with me everywhere. I just open it.
I'm
and
old
note app.
school, Tad. I'm old school.
So
Todd's only old school when he writes lyrics, right?
I've broken that habit. I will
you?
do it. I do. I still like to write them out, but now like I have like verses in there. So.
Hey, all right.
I know. See, I'm modern too.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll go straight up. Do we want to rank first or last?
I'm still doing my ranking, so
Let's do first to last. I think is a good way to do it.
No, that's not what I was asking at all, Dan.
Oh, not bad. Well, I don't know.
I was asked. Let's start off with favorite characters.
Okay.
Russ Thorn.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's so many, but at the end of the day, how do I not? I've already put him over. Peter Spellos as Orville Ketchum.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on. Like another unsung B-movie hero. I think he was so misunderstood, and the world does not deserve a hero like Orville Ketchum, as far as I'm concerned. So, there you go.
I am with you 100%. Orville is my favorite character. I wish he was in more than just the 2 he's in. How did we not at least homage that in one of the later films? Come on. Like you could have popped him in Cheerleader Massacre or something. Or was he already gone at that point? I forget the year he passed.
Oh no, he only passed a couple years ago.
Okay, it was more recent. All right, well then there's no excuse. Damn it. Pugs, do you have any favorite characters?
Other than Russ Thorn? Okay, we're all on the same page here. Like that guy's Orville's fucking awesome.
So are you Russ or Orville as your top?
I will go Russ on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm Orville top. All right. I kind of figured those would be the 2 on that. That's why we're a little more loose on this.
If there's a music video, you need to somehow make that guitar.
Yeah, I just told you how. Cardboard and a fucking real drill.
Well, for the music video, I assume you're going to go harder, but yeah.
Don't need to.
I want to make the actual drill. And
find somebody to 3D print it for you, Dan.
Yeah, that's also a good way to go about it.
There you go.
All right, let's talk some kills. What are your favorite kills, Dan? What do you got? I know I got
All right. So there's a lot in this franchise. I mean, there's some really cool really cool kills, but I have got to go with from Slumber Party Massacre 3, Juliet's death by vibrator in the tub.
I have the dildo electrocution written down in my notes, damn it.
There you go.
But I did have a backup one.
We'll go with the backup then.
But it's not my favorite kill. But it's another kill I want to mention. The drill through the car seat, also from Slumber Party Massacre 3. I thought
that one's great. That one's great.
For me, was it by the pool? Anyway, the drill that goes through the fucking chest area.
Okay.
Classic.
Yeah. It's, with me what it was gonna be.
I'm sure our next topic will probably be our longest one of the bunch of this post, and that's boobs.
Dan, the stage is yours.
Now, my idea of heaven is literally the shower scene from the original, but that's not what I'm going to pick because I just think that's like obviously that's iconic. I am going to throw out the one that maybe not everybody has seen from Cheerleader Massacre, and it's a DVD deleted scene with the great Julie K. Smith, Regina Russell, and another girl. A multi-girl lesbian bath scene.
Sounds right up your alley.
It's when Buzzy's telling his sort of ghost story that turns into a pervy story. And this is just pretty much giving you some softcore action. There's titties, chocolate syrup, which is okay because they're in the tub. That didn't bother me. It's fully nude. The girls are hot. And I'm just going to throw that one out there. The one that was deleted, but I'm still including as some of the best nudity in the franchise.
So what you're saying is when I work for free on this Scream Factory Blu-ray, come on, for Cheerleader, we need to reinstate that into the film.
We need to reinstate it into the film.
Dan wants the Cheerleader Massacre director's cut. Again, I'll put it together for free.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just gonna say Sorority House Massacre 2 and 3. That's the boobs. Those are my picks. I can't pick a specific scene.
Specific set.
I mean, if you make me, I like the lead in 2. She has some nice,
Nice
I forget. I don't know.
I enjoyed picking just the one movie because this first one for me. But are you specifically?
I picked the movie, so go for it.
If you're going for the first one, Pugs, would it not be that shower scene? Because I mean,
in particular, yeah, sure. I mean, they're big, but second place would probably be cheerleaders.
The low rise, we know.
Yeah, I mean, Hard to Die was pretty much. It's like let's just see every bit of these girls.
Yeah, like again, I do like that one. It's a lot of the same boobage, but I got to give it to that first. Like I said, Tuck Warnowski to come in and set the series straight.
Exactly. That's why we had to kick off October with a bang, and fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now ranking. Now here's a question, Dan. I'm going to ask you. You want to open or close?
I got to ask, can I get my favorite line?
You can do your favorite line right now.
All right. So my favorite line in the movie, in the whole series, is from Sorority House Massacre 2, and it is the line, "Nobody puts a finger in my diviner," from Susie when they're playing with the Ouija board. I love that line. It still makes me laugh today.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, now to the ranking. I'm going to ask you, do you want to open or close with your rankings? Do you want to go first or last?
I can go first.
Okay,
sure. This is your series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if you wanted to.
It's important.
No, I can go first.
Okay, and yes, you're going from your favorite to your least favorite.
My favorite to my least favorite.
Correct.
All right. I mean, favorite, I got to go with the one that started it all, the original Slumber Party Massacre. Although they all hold a special place in my heart, so it wasn't easy.
I'm sure it took you about 2 days to make your order list.
It was hard. Second favorite, again, it gets hard, but Sorority.
I'm aware, Dave. You don't have to keep talking about your penis. Just talk about your order.
My drill is, yes, drill gets hard. Sorority House Massacre 2. I want to make sure I didn't lose my spot here. Hard to Die, obviously. Then Slumber Party Massacre 2. Slumber Party Massacre 3, Cheerleader Massacre, Cheerleader Massacre 2, the Slumber Party Massacre remake, not last, and then last, Sorority House Massacre. So I can go through, just so I make sure I didn't fuck up, Slumber Party Massacre, then Sorority House Massacre 2, Hard to Die, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Slumber Party Massacre 3, Cheerleader Massacre 2, Slumber Party Remake, and Sorority House Massacre.
All right. Pugs.
Fresh off the fucking pages. So number 1, Slumber Party. I have it abbreviated, so if you need me to say the full name, I will, but Slumber Party. Number 2, Slumber Party 2. Rank 3, Sorority House Massacre 2. Number 4, Cheerleader Massacre.
Okay.
Number 5, Slumber Remake. 6, Hard to Die. 7, Slumber 3. 8, Cheerleader 2. And number 9, the first sorority house. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. You ready, Dan, for my number 1?
I am ready.
Hard to Die, number 1. Number 2, Slumber Party Massacre, the one that started it all. Number 3, Sorority House Massacre 2. Number 4, Slumber Party Massacre 2. 5, Slumber Party Massacre 3. 6, Cheerleader Massacre 2.
Oh, wow.
7, Cheerleader Massacre. 8, Slumber Party Massacre, the remake. And to make a clean sweep, number 9, Sorority House Massacre 1.
But we
There we
thank
go.
you for existing because we couldn't get the other ones without
Yeah.
you. Thank you for opening the door.
I wouldn't have my
Hey.
number 1.
Pretty good record to not. Well, I'm speaking for myself here, but not hate anything in this franchise.
Yeah.
So I would say pretty.
Sorority
damn
House isn't good. It's
It's not
good.
loved.
No,
I don't
it's
hate
not
it.
quite hated. No.
All right. Alternate cuts. I'll talk a little bit about alternate cuts and a little bit alternate versions. Slumber Party Massacre, there's only one cut. Sorority House Massacre is the first one we'll talk about. And it's on the Blu-ray, but this 4K Blu-ray set does include it. And that is the extended UK VHS tape, which runs about 10 minutes longer, with alternate longer takes and different not different footage, but extended scenes. None of the kills or nudity is cut. Well, there wasn't much nudity cut, but it is more dialogue. Just, Corman liked to tighten stuff up, and we got to the 72-minute runtime instead of 86. So, but I mean, it's cool to see it and have it included. I wish they would have cut it together like they will in a future one, but it's included, so it's great. There might already be a fan edit, but yeah, definitely that's one to point out. And then we have Slumber Party Massacre 2 alternate cut, and there is a longer version. I can't remember what the origin tape is, but it has, just like the last one, probably about 10, 12 minutes more footage. And this one they did on Slumber Party Massacre 2. They did re-edit the footage back in. And it's not only on this one, they also did it on this one. There we go. I gotta find it. This one, it's also edited to back into one version on this one. The one thing I do want to say is there's a difference. Like, there's a weird frame rate issue on the Blu-ray version, and it's in 480. Even though the back of this one says that the edit's in 480, the frame rate issue has been fixed, and it's in 1080p. So it is a much better quality composite. And yeah, so if you want to see it, it is on here. I do think on both of these, the shorter versions are probably the tighter and better paced. But if you're fans of them, to see the extra footage is really cool. After that, well, this was NC-17, so it's all there. I want to talk about Slumber Party Massacre 3, specifically the DVD, and this is the trilogy set that has all 3 films. No, and I said 3 and I meant Slumber Party Massacre 2. On this version, this is a little bit different. It's not the version of the film that's cut. There is the commentary on both of these for Slumber Party Massacre 2, where if you watch them, you will notice there's someone missing.
Mhm.
There is a third person that's on the commentary that's been cut completely out. And that is Juliet Cummings. I don't know exactly what happened, but she never. No. She never signed the release. That's the issue.
Oh,
On the initial press of this, it has it. It has all 3. Like it has the you hear Juliet Cummings on this, and it's just that she didn't sign the release. I remember very specifically when we were doing the Video Dead stuff, that was like everything was like, make them sign the release before they do anything, because it was really fresh at the time. So they were like, and then someone may have forgotten, we had to go get a signature, but we got them all, so it didn't matter. So, but that was like a big thing. So yeah, if you find it, and like not all of them have it. Like this was a day one from Amazon, had it. And I was like, I'm going to see if I can get another one. So I ordered another one and it didn't. So, yeah. So if you have it,
can you spot the difference in the product or no? Like, is there like a different type of nothing?
Because they didn't want because they just wanted that other one to go away because it was never supposed to be out.
Gotcha.
So that's one unfortunate thing. Slumber Party Massacre 2. The only way to hear the uncut commentary. It's nothing mind-blowing, but just it's obvious it's cut. So alternate cuts, that's a little bit different on that one. But that's all the cuts I have on that. So I guess the next question is future of the franchise. Dan, this is yours. What do you do? Or you let it...
I mean, look, it is totally possible to make a kick-ass film that will satisfy fans of the previous movies. 100%. Like, it can be done, but is the will there is the problem. I don't, even though I don't hate the Slumber Party Massacre remake, I don't really want that again. I think if you're going to do it, you really need to get back to what people love about it. I mean, it is very much a franchise that is made for men. Generally speaking, I'm not sure I know there are women that love the movies, particularly the second one.
There's a lot of women who like to see women too. So don't forget about that.
Exactly. But
you love their shower scene that was deleted. So
sexiness, nudity is a must in this franchise. You have to get back to that. I'm not expecting it to look or feel exactly like the other movies in the franchise, because a lot of those there's a big jump from eras. I mean, when we get to Cheerleader Massacre, I mean, that movie is different.
I think the future of the franchise needs to be getting that Lost sequel out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd like to see it. I'm sure it's entertaining. I'd like to see that. I don't, at this point, I'm not expecting any kind of a follow-up to the remake. So I wouldn't remake it again.
I wouldn't want to follow up to the remake, honestly. Like, it's you did it once, you're good. I wouldn't want something in that tone again. Now, if we're going to do it, you got to go back to what made the films popular. And I think the fact that Scream Factory has it, I don't know if we're going to get that. Because, they own the rights, so they'd own the remake, sequel rights, all that stuff. I don't see them giving us what we want, because right now that's not what the general public wants. And
I would appreciate if they just cherry picked and made Cheerleader Slumber Party Massacre. Take the best parts of all the movies that ever are made, put that shit in the blender, figure out how to get to it, and make the best amalgamation of all of them. I think that'd be cool.
We need Russ, we need Orville somehow figured in there.
Team up. Yep. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think the honest answer is maybe it's time to just leave it be. Because if there were something new made, I'd rather it be low budget. I don't want, because they don't even want to do ditzy and slutty anymore.
So let me ask you this: if it got announced to remake tomorrow, and then you find out Sean Donahue, Slumber Party Massacre, would you be all in on that then?
Sure, absolutely. But now you're talking like a dream scenario.
Well, I'm trying to think.
If we're gonna do that, let's add Sydney Sweeney too.
I would know. I was trying to think of a realistic budget where it would work, but I mean,
Pugs would definitely put his finger in her diviner.
You fucking ain't, dude.
I mean, is Jessica Flux not perfect to be killed off in a slumber party?
Perfect. I mean, if you go low budget,
Okay, you know, if I want to go
That's
a
the way to
budget
do it.
higher, and I'm sure he's the perfect guy for the job. Another one, Paul Ragsdale, director of Murder Size, upcoming Only Fangs, or it should be out by now. I think that's another one that's like perfect, and he's doing bigger budgets. Like Sean's a little bit lower budget, whereas that like I think he could pull off a Slumber Party Massacre, and it would have Ginger Lynn in it 100%. So I mean, that'd be great. But yeah, I think that's the budget level you'd want to go with this. Hell, give one cheerleader or give Paul Slumber Party, give Sean, because it's got a little bit more sleazy, the Sorority House Massacre franchise.
Yeah.
I think that's we're Dan will contribute to all the Kickstarters at that point. But I think those are like the right kind of people, not like, I don't know who they'd even look at. Some guy who directed a couple videos, or I don't even know how they pick people nowadays to direct movies.
Other than
Yeah.
nepotism.
I mean, the Corman spirit, you don't have to overspend.
Yeah.
So,
And the two people I'm naming are definitely like some of the last people that continue the Corman spirit.
I go low, give people what they want. I mean, fuck, I don't even have an issue if you want to shoot a version for whatever platforms that aren't big on the nudity. You can do that. I'm not expecting an adult film. It's just you gotta have shower scenes.
We need some gratuitous nudity. We need it to not make sense. Do they need to shower right now? Absolutely not. But you know what?
No.
We're okay with that.
No, and I'm not looking for bump and grind, because actually these movies aren't
I don't
big
see
on
nothing wrong
sex
with
scenes.
the bump and grind, sir.
It is funny. Most of the time, it's just nudity. It's not like sex scenes. It's just nudity.
And I'm fine with that. That's
naked girls.
That's what we need. So yeah, I'm with that. It needs to go with someone that really truly has the spirit of Corman, or just leave it alone. Like I said, concentrate on getting that Missing Warrenowski film out. That'd be great.
Yes,
he's got a couple unreleased films. There's that and his Cloverfield parody, Cleavage Field.
There's also from Corman, Water Wars, I believe it was called, a Sirio Santiago film that never got put out. I want to say his last movie before he passed. That might have a different title. I'd have to look, but I think it was Water Wars. So there are some things that we never got. So, all right, guys. So weigh in with your favorites in the comments. This is Halloween season. I mean, we've been in Halloween season, but at the same time, this is the kickoff of October. So we're going to have content on the channel every day. We got lots of cool shit coming your way. So be sure to check. You might have missed something. And, stay tuned for all of our together on scene stuff. And we will see you back here next time for more Halloween mayhem.
Money's on the dresser.
Trick or treat. I'll see you in Disneyland.
Titties.